going to do a bit of sewing today, and I've left it all a bit to the last minute, to be honest. I can sometimes be like that, but never mind, it will get done. So I've got my wrinkly vintage dress, and I cut the belt into pieces. Well, I unpicked the pieces from the belt, and I've used that to cut some panels into the bottom because I need a bum panel. So this is the centre back of the skirt, and there's 2 panels here and a zip will run between. I'm going to run that through the machine. I managed to find a thread that's more or less okay. Hope it's going to be okay. Some of my threads that I have there are quite old. No, this is fine. And some of them, when you snap, they snap really easily. So on my sewing machine, sometimes they're not really that very usable. So if I come across those, I do just get rid of them because that can be incredibly annoying. I might not top stitch the zip in though with this colour because it's not perfect. And the top stitching of the zip that you will see, it's a lap zipper, so it's not an invisible one. It's the vintage style of zip, where one side of the fabric overlaps. Let's see, here. So this little flap goes over the teeth of the zip. That was blurry, but never mind. So I'm going to run that through. I had a couple of issues with these panels, which you can't really see. I don't know if you're going to be able to see actually. So when the original person made this dress, they drew around their pattern pieces without seam allowance on the right side of the fabric with blue biro. I don't know if you're going to see that. Anyway, there is a bright blue line that's here. And when I let it out the last time to wear it, it was quite badly marked. Obviously there's an overskirt, so maybe it doesn't matter, but so I'm going to take it back in to that original seam and then put the panel in. I'm going to stitch the waistline back, and while I was at it I thought I may as well let out the side seams, so I've just let out the waist there, nothing on the bust because it fits nicely on the bust. But I thought it was snug, which is fine, but in order to avoid really deep darts I thought I may as well let out a little bit. So fingers crossed. I did bring it into work to work on, and I laid it on the table and did a bit of unpicking. We've been quite busy, and if it's busy I can't do my own things, of course, and I would only do it really on my lunch and break anyway, but if it's busy, when it gets to my lunch or my break, I just really fancy just to sit down. So I was a bit embarrassed about my vintage dress because it looks fine in my house. It doesn't really look that dirty. But in the bleaching lights that we have in the workroom, oh my gosh, it looked frankly quite disgusting. Oh dear, never mind. Oh yeah, so the problems I had, I unpicked the belt and some of the pieces had stains. I wonder if I've got one. Where it was folded, it's got like a mark, so the belt was made in strips and then they were overlapped. You can't really see it, but anyway, in real life it's quite visible. I then washed this piece and it did shrink and it became a little bit less lustrous, so that was my sample piece. Anyway, also the pieces, as well as being marked, are cut on the bias, not on the straight grain, so I think they're going to look quite different in the light. But do you know what? It doesn't matter. I think this is going to be the last time I wear this dress, and then I'll either put it back to its original size without any panels in it and then sell it or give it away or whatever, or donate it. But I think I will take a pattern from it incorporating the panel size, and then I will make it again, and I think a red satin, because fuchsia isn't really my colour. I love it, but red is more my colour. Oh, and I did my nail polish yesterday to match. Yay! I have one of those gel lamps, and oh, I ordered a colour especially. I scrolled through on the website. It's My Gel, the polish, and I ordered one that I already have, which is not the right colour. So now I have two of the same colour, and I mixed it with a darker colour, seeing as I had two. I had nothing to lose. I mixed like a browny, maroony colour into this, and it has come out quite a good match. So that is fantastic. And I'm going to do a bit of sewing here, and then maybe I can put her on the mannequin and show you. But the zip will not be fully in. I think I'll definitely do that at work. Although I'm so much more comfortable on my own machine that I use all the time. When I have to use someone else's and just nip on their machine quickly, it's just not the same. But not to worry. I also did not insert this zip in with a good top stitching the first time. I think that was on the day of the event. Sewing in your underpants, waiting to put the dress on. Anyway, I'll check in with you later. Well, I've been sewing now for a little while, and it's on the mannequin, and I let out those side seams, if you can see, just on the waist here, and then nothing at the top. And then I've added in the bum, this panel, all the way down. So the only thing left to do is finish the hem. I've lengthened it a little bit just in the centre back, so that needs to be lengthened, and then put the zip in. I'll wait till I'm at work to do it so I can match the thread better, but it's still attached at the top, and then I only unpicked it from here down, so that will fit now. Opening up those darts was a previous alteration another year, and then now that the waistline was bigger, I had to added in that little tuck there. So it's now almost ready, which I'm very happy about. Oh, I pinned up the shoulders just to put it on the mannequin because I haven't put a bar on her to fill her out properly. Anyway, super shiny. But it does look nice with the train on the back. And yeah, I think no one's gonna notice that panel, you know, once it's all pressed in beautifully. And none of the staining is really coming up on the camera, but there are quite a few marks. So I will enjoy remaking this dress another time to wear it again. Oh, that was exhausting.